This lightsaber doesn't need an intro. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know which saber this is. Let's go. Greetings, knowledge seekers. The Force is with you. My name is Priyanjani, and you're watching Lightsaber Culture. This is the Vader from NSABERS, based on Darth Vader's lightsaber. Darth Vader's lightsaber had multiple variations within the original trilogy. This one is based on what's referred to as the DV5 variant, best known in Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. It's nearly an identical hilt to my very first lightsaber from 2005, the Master Replica Darth Vader. This one comes from the TXQ factory, which is great because not only do they make really good character replicas, but they are machined very, very well. I own several TXQ lightsabers and they're amazing. I want to give a huge thanks to NSABERS for sending this lightsaber to check out so we can deep dive on the features together. Use my affiliate discount code Priyanjani15 to get 15% off this or any lightsaber from NSABERS. And if you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Doing so helps reach out to the force of the algorithm to share this with more folks just like you. This will help us make more videos like this. So this lightsaber comes in several different options. The baselit sRGB for $369, Neopixel with an NPixel V4 Pro for $479, and for the top tier, which we have here, is the Neopixel Profi 2.2, which is $599. There is an option called no blade, which is the hilt only, and you save $30 from those prices. But just a personal note, if you're getting one of the Neopixel options, you might as well get the blade because Neopixel blades don't cost $30. They're usually $80 to $130. And it also gives you the option for a 32-inch or 36-inch for the blade. Canonically, Vader's saber is closer to the 36-inch version, but if you plan to spin your saber just like me, I always go for a 32. Now remember, those prices are before my 15% off discount, Priyanjani15, so you can apply my discount after. Now most of the variants of Vader's saber, including the DV5, which this is based on, is built from an MPP camera flash. It's very similar to how Anakin's lightsaber is based on a Graflex camera flash. Several of the details are actually part of the original flash. Now keep in mind, this specific model is not built from an original MPP, though there are companies out there that do one-to-one replicas using original parts. And I did notice that it is a little heavier than the Master Replica. It's a little difficult to compare because the blade doesn't come off the original Master Replica lightsaber, but I can tell that there's more mass inside this lightsaber, inside this hilt, versus the Master Replica, because the Master Replica feels a lot emptier. So let's weigh the NSABERS, see what it is. It's 1.5 pounds, so 1.526. And even though the blade's on it, I just want to know what so Master Replica is 1.517. So the NSABERS version is actually heavier than the entire blade and hilt of the Master Replica version. The reason I'm comparing it to the Master Replica because it is one of the original full lightsabers that was available to market. And you'll also notice that the pommel on the NSABERS is much thicker and pretty much taller than the pommel on the Master Replica. Now the main activation button, which is right here, is not active on this lightsaber. And I would recommend sanding the corners to smoothen it out because it's a little sharp. It's not super sharp, but I could see this becoming uncomfortable when you're holding it around. Like a lot of TXQ character sabers, it's a 2-button control and they're located behind the shroud right over here. It's built into existing detail of the lightsaber. This is the main button right here. And this is the secondary button right below it. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about the buttons being there, especially since they're not using the traditional button location. I feel like I could accidentally click it while spinning. However, because it is a 2-button design, I can simply try to avoid the top button, maybe just putting my finger like in between right there when I'm spinning. And if I accidentally hit the second button, the secondary button, it'll just be a blaster deflect effect rather than deactivating the saber blade. Now, I really like the position of the set screws on this. So like if you look, there's one on this side and another on this side. There's a total of 2 set screws that look like they're part of the saber design. And they really do hold the blade in place with no wobble, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's show you what it comes with. So first, we got this hard shell case with the NSABERS logo on it. It has 3 latches. We have our product manual on how to control the saber. We have our tools, which is a set screw and the Allen key that you use here. And also our charging cable, and friendly reminder, don't use a USB charger that exceeds 5 volts. And also it comes with 2 extra wiper blade pieces that you can use to replace these grip pieces on the grip portion of the saber. We have a branded NSABERS plate, and that is for the display stand. And we've seen this stands before, so I'm not gonna unbox this, but we'll put it right here. And this plate just goes on the blade stand. It's the same one we've seen in previous NSABERS videos. So lastly, we have our 32-inch Neopixel blade right here. And it also comes with a pair of these white NSABERS branded gloves to keep fingerprints off. So with the exception of the work mat and this Disney display stand, this is everything it comes with. Now let's install the blade and turn this thing on. All right, here we go. Pretty cool. Now this lightsaber does not have the indicator LED light, but because it is a 2-button Profi, it's not that huge of a deal. You can scroll through your sound fonts with the secondary button, and you can activate the blade with the main button. I don't really need to rely on holding one button and guessing how many times it blinks. And if this was an NPixel V4 Pro or a Xenopixel, I would use the Bluetooth control app to navigate. Profi is a lot simpler because you can't do much to each sound font from the saber itself other than change the color. However, Profi is the most programmable of all the cores and lets you do these intricate types of blade styles. Like one of my favorite things with Profi is there are some blade styles where the blade gets brighter as you swing, which kind of keeps that white core look that you see in the films. This is another one that has a white glow when you swing it. So it looks bright when you're swinging it. Now it has all the modern features you expect from a Neopixel. It has gesture on and gesture off. You can have flash on clash. Oh, that looks really cool. It has smooth swing sounds. Blade lockup. Blaster deflect. And it has tip drag. Look at that color right there for tip drag. And each sound font may have a slightly different way to execute all these. And we have no blade wobble. It's really, really secure with 2 set screws. So yeah, let's take this outside. All right, there wasn't enough snow outside to make a tall snowman, so we had to do it youngling size. So for spinning, it is a little weighty of a lightsaber. It's not the heaviest thing I've spun, but it does have a little mass on it. And also, despite the buttons not being in the original spot, I still found them really easy to accidentally hit either button when you are spinning it. Yeah, it's okay if you hit the secondary button, but it is possible to hit the main button and retract the saber while you're spinning. Overall, it's not terrible to spin. The blade stays very sturdy and secure with no wobble, but it's probably better as a show saber for display. And perhaps maybe a Vader SE version might be better for stunt work. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the SE version of Vader. And if you want to see Anakin's lightsaber instead, watch this video next.